Hi everybody, and welcome to today's live show. So let's just do the audio test, and we'll pump that up and bring up the chat. So what are we on? Auction day 167. So 29th of April, we're just finishing it off, and 207 million AXN in there. So you can see that actually on this YouTube channel there, 207 million 29 Ethereum, pretty much just sold out, slightly oversold actually. Just moves around with obviously the price of AXN. What else we got? Buybacks, 67 million buybacks. So there we are. That's a great. That goes back to all stakers. That 67 million buyback. And the other thing that we've got is obviously there's about 4 minutes to go in today's regular auction. So regular auctions, 80% of the Ethereum that goes in goes onto Uniswap and buys Axion, and that goes back to stakers. It also helps to support the price during that period as well, as the Ethereum goes into the auction, goes on the Uniswap and actually buys the Axion. You can see that, so that's some interesting stuff there. But 67 million Axion's gone back to stakers. That will be really great, and every day that's just coming in. Now we're about to start VCA number 16. Can you believe it? Under the new rules. So what's it? The second auction under the new rules for VCAs, and we've got two mega VCAs back to back, 16 and VCA 17, and that's auction day 168 and 169. So that's pretty neat to see that as well. So some pretty big numbers as well. So we've got 1.8 billion coming up for this one that's about to start in 3 minutes. So we're going to follow that on the live stream for a while, and hopefully you enjoy that, and maybe pick up a hot cocoa or a light beverage, sit back, relax, and enjoy the opening of the Mega VCA 16. Over 1.8 billion AXN up for grabs. So that's going to mean that 85% of the Ethereum that goes in, that gets bid in. So if you're going to bid in, you'll get 10% wrapped Bitcoin back immediately to your MetaMask wallet. 85% of the Ethereum that you bid in will go to Uniswap and buy wrap Bitcoin for stakers in real time, and that will go to the staking page of every staker, and they'll get their share based on the number of shares they have, but their share percentage, and then 5% goes to the team for development and marketing. So that's pretty much how VCAs work. Pretty exciting. Plus, there's a 10%, approximately 10% discount to market with a 90% cap of sale. So we're looking for that to start in only 2 minutes. Can you believe it? Let yourself be known in the chat. Always look forward to your comments, any observations that you had. There's lots happening, obviously, with Axion, especially with um, the big IEO and the airdrop and stuff coming off, and obviously Axion launch. We've covered that intensively today, and I think yesterday on this channel. So there's a couple of videos there. We even managed to replay Punky's AMA with the Securitas guy, founder video. So that's pretty neat. You can check that on the channel as well. If you haven't missed that, it was the full AMA there. So we managed to replay that, especially for you guys out there. So pretty neat. Obviously, we've got 1.5 minutes left in this regular auction, 29.11 ETH. That's really cool. These regular auctions selling out like hotcakes. And the VCAs, we're having sort of mixed results on the VCAs, but we've got mega VCAs starting shortly, 1.8. So VCAs doing pretty well. Jonathan G, hey, hello. Hello, Jonathan D. Good to see you in the chat there. Once again, welcome to everybody to the live stream. We're going to have pretty awesome stuff. Hey, Nay317, big massive super chat. Really appreciate that. That's a Nay317, 25 bucks. Excellent. Thanks, Superman, for all your hard work and nightly updates, messaging on behalf of the Axion community. Truly appreciated. Hey, Nay, I really appreciate that. Big provs up to you. It's always fun as a YouTuber to get a super chat, so much appreciated. Jake from Steak Farm, how does the skirt thing work? Well, we've got a couple of videos on that, Jake, on the channel. Feel free to watch that. Basically, it's a free airdrop to all Max shareholders, and So basically 225,000 US dollars divided by the number of max share stakers, which I think was about 6,700 last time I checked it. So something like $60-70 each. But of course, once it actually launches, then you've got all the upside in price. So if it goes 10x, 100x, you're going to benefit from that. Your $70 could quickly turn into $700 or even $7,000. So watch that one. Obviously, there's an IEO aspect as well, so 20% bonus for people that enter. Pretty exciting. Okay, we've finished that regular auction, and we're going to wait for the VCA16 to start. Looks pretty awesome. So what Jake once I said, as the IEO starts, unfortunately Americans aren't eligible for it because of the SEC Securities Commission rules, and so it's an unfortunate thing. It's about 32% of the max share stakers affected by that, but the 68% definitely benefit from the IEO, and I think it's a pretty good thing all around. Obviously, they're going to look for things to make sure that as much people are included as possible in future events that are coming up. So I wouldn't be too much worried about that. Anyway, there's quite a few other features to it, but once again, a couple of videos on that. We will talk a bit more about that later in the day. Let's just go back to the auctions as they start up. We've got obviously this VCA starting 16, $1,856,313 $13,145 Axion up for grabs. That's $783,000 at the current moment. The Axion price is holding up quite nicely in the fours. I'm sure we all are observing that very closely. Obviously, staking in Axion is quite a long-term play, but we do enjoy commenting on the price because that's fun to do. So we're just waiting for that to update. Let's go to the Axion Today dashboard. We'll see that this update there. Let's have a look. So we're waiting for that update as well. Obviously, Uniswap rates 6.6 million per ETH, and the auction rate's 7 million. So remember, a couple of days ago we were even up at 8.1 million. So it's good to see the price of Axion moving up. I think we all can appreciate that with all the hard work the team's doing as well, and obviously the growth in the community that's happening. And we've got lots of news to talk about today, so we will get into a lot of that. Just waiting for the auction to actually update. It just takes a few minutes to reset, but we'll wait for that. Let's go to the chat while we're waiting for the auction to update. Oh, I think it just did while I was just talking. Yeah, there we are. So the auction's just updated. 1.85 billion Axion up for grabs. Once again, if you can use the link in the video description, you want to enter into that. You put your hook up your MetaMask wallet, put your Ethereum in, click Send Max, put your bid in here, and it will go in to the auction. You'll have a new row show up, My Bets, and at the end of the 24-hour period, you can withdraw that and stake that for a minimum of 120 days in a venture capital auction. But what that entitles you is you'll get shares in return, and you'll be able to participate in all the dividends from Wrap Bitcoin and Axion over the period that you decide to stake for. Minimum 120 days, maximum 5,555 days. Obviously, there's long rewards for staking longer. We've got the Your Vote, Your Shares campaign. And so that gives you 6% for 350 days, up to 20% for 15.2 years. And on top of that, of course, is the longer pays better, which is super duper, up to 20% per year, and up to over 300% for 15.2 years. So you match those two long-term stakings together, gives you a massive number of shares, and you get a huge percent of the Wrap Bitcoin and Axion dividends. So pretty exciting there. So many incentives to relay to you. So that's why it's so exciting. So we need 255 Ethereum here to sell out to this one. Obviously, it's going to run over 24 hours. Let's see whether we get some action in the first hour. That's what we like to do. Do the first hour and last hour on this channel because it's probably when the excitement. Sometimes it can sell out during the morning. So we'll just watch that as the day goes. But we're going to watch the first, say, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and see how that goes. All right, let's quickly go to the chat and just see what's going on there. A few comments there. Once again, big thanks to Nee1317 for that big super chat there. Now, Prana, hello. Good to see you, Prana. Always a pleasure. John Atkins, hi, Superman, and everyone. Busy with things at present, so only about 1/3 through Punky's new video. Yeah, it's quite a long video. I think it's over an hour, but it's lots of good stuff. Probably the second half, it's got most of the good stuff in it. That if you want to jump to the second half, obviously that's got a lot of stuff in there. Jonathan G, I second that. Really appreciate and enjoy the updates. Hey, Jonathan G, pleasure. Man, we're already on this auction day 168, folks, and I think I've done every day. I think I've done every auction. I don't know if I've missed any, I may have missed one, maybe, if I was for something on, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that it's 168, so it's not too bad. We're heading up towards that magical 180 days, so 6 months. So we'll watch out for that. That 180, that 6 months, it's really like a turning point for Axion, I feel, just in sense of maturity aspect. Jake from Stake Farm is what the price will income out. Oh yeah, so the price for the actual IEO, sorry, for it's going to be 0.0225 US cents. So there's not that many on an issue as well. There's also a I forget the term, but there's also a like a bonding period. Um, and so I think the first day it will drip. I think they've changed the bonding period a bit. I think it's the first day it starts, you get 10%, and then over the 90 days, I think it's going to drip back to you, something like that. So we'll get the final update on that when it comes out. I think they've been changing the white paper. They took it off when I went through the white paper, but then I went back to the white paper and it disappeared. So I think they're updating that based on the AMA. So we'll get more news about that. So that'll be useful. Any thoughts on the price right now and what it needs to move upwards? Jonathan G says. So yeah, we're going to go talk about the price. John Robinson, hey there, good to see you, John Robinson. Really great. And Jake from State Farm also says, can we buy it after the ICO? Yeah, there's going to be 3 exchanges announced. So they're all going to be quite credible exchanges. So we're looking forward to that. John Atkins' punking video is about 1 hour and 25 minutes. So an epic information. Yeah, and sometimes it's some of the cursory information that he provides that's quite exciting. So he's talking about KYC. Now, obviously, a lot of us in crypto, we're not into KYC that much, but in terms of onboarding non-crypto people, it's pretty important to get KYC. So some of the other things that we're going to get, let me just go back to the announcements. So let's go jump. We're going to talk about the price, so we'll get back to that. Let's just go. So all the airdrops are going to go to everybody, okay? But the IEO is not eligible for US citizens, okay? Just take that into account. So that's unfortunate, but everybody, including US, will get the airdrop. So we'll all get the. Some people won't even fill it out because they don't want to do the KYC, for the IEO. So there'll be a few people like that as well. But yeah. So here we are. We're at. So the SKRT, basically, there's going to be, I think, maximum 10,000 US dollars you can apply for it. Unfortunately, it excludes US citizens, which is just because of the SEC, the security regulations are so tough over there. And so that's the main reason. Obviously, the other thing is that the big thing about um, SKRT is that they're going to be actually helping Axion become a global cryptocurrency. So a global currency, sorry. So that's a big aspect. Hope you guys don't, for those who are not familiar with it, don't miss that out. That's actually pretty major for Axion further down the track as Axion's building the ecosystem out. So that's pretty important that it gets that. So it'll be able to qualify into Europe and other places like that, which have certain KYC, AML rules and stuff like that. So that was pretty interesting. Let me not jump around too much. I want to get that. You said yes, so 0.0225 cents is the issue price, and there's going to be three exchanges, but they're yet to be announced, so we don't know what those going to be. The DEXs, I believe. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. Can we buy it after ICO? Yes, you can. There may even be some potential promo benefits for Axion holders as well in the future, but nothing's been guaranteed yet. That'll be part of the marketing promotions. Let me just jump back to the auction there. I don't want to miss out any Ethereum that comes in there. Yeah, so that's that. Let me see if I covered quite a few of those questions. You want to talk about the price? So yeah, I always talk about the price anyway on live stream. Everyone knows that. I love talking about the price. So we're going to jump to that. We can see the price is actually holding up in the fours. So we're 0.0042385, and that's really cool. I like that. It's holding up in the fours. It's really important. We've obviously had some big YouTubers are starting to come online. Like I originally told you that there were up to 17 YouTubers being canvassed by Danger Digital for promos. They're all on the bigger side. So when I say that, there's probably YouTubers with 15, 20,000 or way up to 400,000 sort of subscribers, maybe even more, with Sheldon Evans, who's just rocketed from 500,000 to 600,000. So there we've seen at least two big ones. One had 168,000 subs, so that's a really big. And that video on as covers Axion. It's already got 30,000 views on it, and the other one's got 2,500, and it has got about 18,000 subscribers. So that's really good. The and the 168 is actually doing a full video on Axion, so I think it's coming out in a week's time, so that'll be really major, and that's just ramping up the big YouTubers. Now YouTubers obviously crossing over to the crypto general people, so it's really good, and we hope that some of them will stick as long-term stakers, not just traders. So trading is useful, it helps with liquidity, but obviously we want to have a more mature investor class coming into Axion. I think that's and that's a lot of the direction we're going. And also with Securitas, that we're basically getting that. I always re-say the name wrong, but you get my point. So yeah, we're at 00042, so it's holding up nicely over the 4. Let's have a quick look at the chat. We've got 9.9 million in liquidity. That's really cool. Almost back at the 10 million, 817,000 of daily volume. So that's not too bad. It's kind of on a probably slightly less than average. 1,761 Ethereum in there. I want to get that back over 2,000. Obviously, I always say that. 11.6 billion, and then 46,257 transactions. Just not sure when that transaction period is over actually, now that I keep looking at it. But holders 12,050, so that's gone higher, and that's really cool. You can see we're having quite a mixed bag of stuff. We've had a lot of little buys, the whole ton of little buys, and I wonder whether they're just coming from the YouTube channels promos. We're getting a lot of little YouTube buys there, really little. Not used to seeing so many. We've had quite a few larger sells, but the price has netted out, and it seems to be holding up at this 42 mark, give or take a little bit. So that's been interesting watching that. This on the hourly chart, you can see. So let's just quickly go to the full chart. We'll just jump back to the auction there. No Ethereum in there. We're already 12 minutes in, so nothing yet. So we'll keep jumping back to that, and let's have a look at that. So we'll just go back to. So this is the hourly. Let's go to the daily chart, and we'll do a full. These indicators are really set up for daily, so we can see that we've got the beginning day here. We're now in day 1. What did I say? 168. So we just started that. And you can see that we're at the top of the triangle. Really want to bust out of there, and then we'll start moving up. But actually, the fact that we're holding up over that 0004 is really positive. Out of the 3s and into the 4s, we certainly want to get over the 5s, right? Where I think we're all pretty keen to see the re-rate. So let's have a look at some of the chart indicators. We've got the MACD down the bottom, and the blue line there has crossed over the yellow. That's bullish. So that's a bullish sign. We've also got the CCI, which is this one here in the middle, that middle one, CCI, and that's super bullish. So that's definitely in the buying range over the 100 positive. Let's see if we can stay up there for a day or two or a couple of days, and that's really good. So that's bullish as well. Then we've obviously got the blue line here on the price action. So we're looking at the price action when we look at this top chart, obviously. The blue line is the 100-day rolling average, and that is at 00035. It's basically at the same level as a long-term support on the yellow dashed line. So that's a support line, and we're well above that, so that's really bullish too. We're obviously at the top of the near the top of the Bollinger Bands. That's those two oranges. That's a 95 and 5% price range, and so we're at the top. We're at the top of that, so that's bullish. We've also got an ascending triangle, and we're at the sort of kind of trying to break that. So that's kind of bullish. We'll have to see what happens in the next day, but the fact that we're holding up over that 0004 is really bullish. Obviously, we had the big announcement with the IEO and the airdrop and stuff like that, and there's more news to come, is my understanding, this week. So we'll look out for that. So I think it's looking fairly good. We've obviously got the YouTube channels just yesterday and today, more of them coming online and promoting to the huge subscriber base. So that bodes really well. I am pretty optimistic that we'll get some real nice price movement. Our favorite swing trader is just about out as well. So there's not too much to stop us as long as the other accounts just hold their bags, and I think we could be set for to break this descending triangle. So let me know in the comments what you think. That's my assessment of the price at the moment. Obviously, we'll have a look at the hourly one there, and you can see that we've actually just sort of just been tracking around here. It hasn't been really moved the last that many hours. Uh, so, the last 17 hours or so, it's sort of been in this little range. So what's that, between 0.00413 and 0.0044. So it's sort of been in that range really. So let's look out for that, and I think that's looking good. Looking at volumes, the volume's obviously on the lower side through the hours, but that can change pretty quick. So we'll watch out for that. All right, let's go back to the chat, see if anyone else is in there. Alex K, our moderator's in house. Break that triangle. Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to break that triangle. That's super bullish if we do. Of course, the ascending triangle. So that's fun there. All right, so I think that's good coverage of the price there. Obviously, we've got this today. Join me on Punkonomics to meet the founder of Skirt, Jonathan, which I've also put on this channel. So I got permission from Punky to put that AMA on this channel as well. So you can either go to Punkonomics or just watch it on this channel, and you can get the full breakdown. Bring a pen and paper and all your questions. Like I say, my comments, I've actually put a title next to all the main points. I've tried to, as I went through, watched it live, I put all the main points down. So I think that's pretty neat, particularly for new people to pick things up as they go, and any insights that I thought that were coming out of the video. So yeah. I think there's a bigger picture that's going to form part of. There's also one of the big insights, of course, was there's other IEOs in negotiations. So that bodes really well. And I think that Punk is very recognizant of probably the only drawback in the IEO was the US citizens not being eligible. But that's the case for a lot of IEOs. We all know that in crypto land, US citizens miss out on a lot of stuff because of the SEC. But I think that Punk is well aware of that, and he'll be trying to make the US citizens get all the benefits from next year as well in the future. So there's lots of stuff coming up, like I say, and more news is expected this week. So pretty cool. And we're also seeing those big YouTube channels start to promote from yesterday and today. So I have posted those on the community posts, so you can check that out as well. So if you want to go to community posts on this channel, you can check some of the YouTubers promoting us, and there's lots more in store in the next 2 weeks. One of the big things, obviously, is that they're going to spend something like 135,000 US dollars over the next 2 weeks promoting Axion and the Axion Launchpad and the Axion and obviously the token raise with SKRT. So yeah. So that's for Securitance. It's quite a long name to say, Securitance. That's probably sometimes I forget what it actually is, but Securitance is the name, but SKRT is the token that's going to be launched there. So you can see the summary here of actually what it is. So Securitance is airdropping 225,000 of Skirt tokens equally amongst all Axion max share stakers. So you could need to be max staked to get that. The snapshot's on the 8th of May. So as long as you get max shared by then, if you're new to Axion, then you will qualify. Axion's max share stakers will receive a 20% bonus in CERC tokens when purchasing. Obviously, this is not open to US citizens, but this airdrop is open to everybody, including US citizens. So that's all right. And then obviously, Axion OG holders will get an extra 10% bonus in the IEO launch. There is a vesting period. As I said, I think that 10% first day, and then the remaining over 90 days was the last update. Previously it was 6 months, but I think it's now moved to that 90-day period, so watch that as well. Yeah, there's lots of good stuff in the AMA, check it out. And obviously there's going to be further updates about the actual final details of the IEO and the white paper that goes with it. All right, I think that's some pretty cool stuff. Let's have a look at this green, all this green, beautiful. Bitcoin at 54,400, finally just slightly moved up there. Ethereum, look at that, powering up to 2,800. That's epic. And then Binance Coin 1760. Actually got a 10x margin call on Binance, so that's actually running at the moment. So watch out and see where that goes. And I don't normally do that, but I thought I'd just do a bit of fun. And yeah, so 18 hours ago was the all-time high, 2797 for Ethereum, and now we're currently at 2787, so not far off it. Man, this just keeps going. We're heading for 3,000, I'm sure. And yeah, that's pretty exciting stuff. And I think that's it from there. So let's just go back to the auction. So we're 19 minutes in, no Ethereum in there on that one. Let's have a look here. That's updated, but no Ethereum on that one yet. So we're still waiting for that. Where are we starting? We're starting, this is our starting point after 15 BCAs, 75.3 Wrapped Bitcoin. So we're just under 4.1 million US dollars. Obviously, as Bitcoin goes up, our Wrapped Bitcoin bags go up as well. That's the cool thing about Axion is that we're going to have multiple dividends. Got Axion, we've got Axion Wealth, Wrapped Bitcoin Wealth, and looks like soon they're going to have an airdrop in an SKRT token and more to come. So pretty exciting stuff. I think they're up to a lot of stuff, and Punky keeps talking about currency. Axion is currency, so there's a lot of stuff that gets to get put in place for that to happen. Really cool, and I think this first launch is very appropriate to cover the regulation side and technology side of that. And multiple jurisdictions, remember. So that's getting Axion into multiple jurisdictions. So pretty cool. So we'll watch this auction here. Pretty nice discount there, obviously. That percentage updates later. I'm always a bit dubious when I look at that at the beginning because later on it's completely different. This says we need 252, 253. It says 255. There's always a slight difference. I'm not sure what's doing the rounding or what, but that's the case. All right, let's go to the chat there. Jake from State Farm. Can you buy Skirt after ICO? Yeah, I said that already. And I also said that exchange is free after it launches if you are a US citizen. Yeah, anybody can on exchanges. Anybody can buy the token. So it's only the IEO that's restrictive um, to to US citizens. So yeah, but everybody gets the airdrop. Everybody gets the airdrop. I've said that a couple of times. So hopefully that's clear. I know you can't get the airdrop. No, you can get the airdrop. You've got the wrong way around. You can get the airdrop. You can't participate in the IEO. Um, but first of all, you have to qualify as a max share staker as well. There's also a form that everyone has to fill out, so you need to fill out the form. So yeah, I think I've answered all those questions there. We're going through there. Yeah, I think so. So that's cool. So we're just watching this this ICO. Sorry, we're watching this VCA number 16. So it's a 5 and a 5 and a 1. So 16. And I'll probably stop doing that after we get to 20. But hey, that's where we're at the moment. So welcome everybody. I think it's going pretty good. I like the price, where the price is heading at the moment, 0004237. Obviously we haven't got a regular auction on, so there won't be Ethereum from the auction coming on as it has in the last 24 hours buying Axion on Uniswap. But we've got the Wrapped Bitcoin divs. So if you want to get Axion and stake it, go and do that. Obviously we've got a lot of YouTube promotions, so we're getting a lot of buys from the YouTube audiences. And once again, they're pretty massive. Actually, I might try and bring one up, eh? Let's see if I can bring that up on another channel. Let me just bring that up. I think it's quite interesting. And we'll check that out on the live stream. Why not, eh? Why not? So let me just go back down here and we'll roll that. You can sort of see the transactions coming in at the moment. So a few mixed bags there. We'll see whether I can pull this up. Community tab. Let's go to that. So hope you guys are all having a good day. I think it's Axion's looking pretty certainly upbeat, so yeah, let's look at Satoshi Staker. He's got 158,000 subscribers, I think it is. Hopefully they've got that number right. So let's jump on there. We're gonna have a look at his YouTube video. I've got it time-stamped as well, so I'll put that actually in the chat. We'll probably get some ads on here, so we'll just have to wait till those go over. So we're just waiting for that to roll up. So this is Satoshi Staker. He's got 158,000 subscribers, and he's got a section there. And apparently, in next week, he's going to do a whole new video on Axion, special video. So that's going to be cool. Thank you, says Jake. Pleasure, pleasure. So here's what is it? Satoshi Staker. So you can check that out. I'll just put the link in there. I'm not sure if you can actually hear the sound. Let me know if you can hear the sound when I play it. Um, let me know in the chat if you can actually hear that, because I'm not sure if you can actually hear that or not. So yeah, that's the first one, and then the second one. Let's go to that. And oh, what's that one on? Oh yeah, so the first one, and then the second one is Crypto Mason. He's got the 18,200 subscribers, and we'll pull that one up. I'll probably get ads as well, but this is time stamped as well. So we'll push that in the chat there. Not yet. Yeah, I don't think you can hear it. I need to get a bit. Yeah, so I don't. I need to get my setup better so that you can actually see it. But this is Crypto Mason. Uh, Yeah, I'll work on that so I can get the audio through. So I do apologize for that one. But there's the two links there. You can watch them yourselves. Leave a comment on there about Axion, and that just helps, obviously, community promotion. So sometimes even if you can't refer somebody or get someone in, onboard somebody, you can always just go and comment on one of these videos. That helps other people see that other people in the community are active there. So yeah, it probably goes through your earphones. It's gone through my earphones, but it's not onto the chat, so I need to fix that up. So I'll work on that one. Uh, and yeah, so there's the two videos anyway. So you can see those two big videos there. I think we've got a picture of the other guy. Uh, no, it doesn't have a picture, but the first guy, Satoshi Stacker, is going to be. I don't know if he's on. Actually, shows himself. No, he's got a huge YouTube channel, 158,000. So people are starting to come through, and I think that's pretty cool. And then you can actually see this guy, Crypto Mason. He's got 18,100. You can see actually there's a lot of views on those, so that's really good coverage from YouTube, and there's more and more to come. Up to 17 was the number we were given about the number of YouTubers, so I think that's pretty positive. Uh, yeah, so boom, uh, let's go to the watch this again. So oh, we got 4.45 Ethan, yay! So yeah, so $12,384 in the VCA number 16. So 16 is alive. That's what, like, not 17, but 16 is alive. So 404.4, that's really cool. So we're already, was it 27 minutes in? And so now that means they've got some more wrapped Bitcoin that's gone to your staking wallet. If you're on a staking platform, it would go there. If you've entered in, obviously you got 10% wrapped Bitcoin back wherever that bid in. We'll actually jump on to the Axion Today dashboard. We'll probably see that come up there. So they're really nice. So well on our way now, and we've got let's watch it, see how this goes. We've obviously got a lot more traffic coming through the YouTube videos, uh, and hopefully we'll get some bigger accounts. I noticed that we're getting a lot of small buys on the buyers. That could be coming, like I say, could be coming from the YouTube. We still have some actually bigger sellers. I've noticed a lot of bigger sellers, relatively speaking, but we seem to be holding up at this 00042 mark, which is cool. So we're getting a lot, the number of small buyers offsetting some of the, larger buyers. When I say larger, I'm talking about, two ETH sort of thing. And but when I say smaller, we're getting a lot of smaller ones in there with just fractions of Ethereum in there. So I got to be careful. I'm not wasn't talking about the on my previous video yesterday. I think it was. I was talking about the actual auction buybacks, and I just wasn't thinking about that wallet when I saw it. So yeah, can't get them all right. So yeah. All right. So let me go to. I don't know if I'm still on that channel. So there we are. So we're on that 4.45. Let me stay on this one here because this is the one, the Axion Today dashboard. You can find these links in the video description if you're new to Axion, but that will actually tell us who. If we go to the activity, which is the last tab on the left there, and it will actually tell us who's actually bid in there. So we're still waiting for that person. They've obviously, it takes about a minute or two to show up, so we'll wait for that notification. But that's a positive start. So we're 31 minutes in, oh, sorry, 29 minutes in, and we've already got some ETH in there. Once again, we need about 253, 255 to sell out this mega VCA. We've got 1.86 billion Axion in there, and it's worth $782,500 at the moment at the current price of 0.0042. So yeah, let's watch out that. Be nice to get some demand on Uniswap and start lifting that price. Obviously, that will mean that there'll be more required to sell out the VCA, of course. Yeah, obviously the rig auction's been selling out, so it'll be interesting to see how the VCAs go over this weekend, especially that they're so large. We've got two big mega VCAs back to back, 1.86, and then tomorrow's is 1 billion. So it's going to be fun to see that go as well. Obviously, we've got lots of marketing going on, as I said, up to about 135,000 for the IEO and accent related marketing. That's going to be super boost to marketing. So we've already seen that started with the YouTubers. There's going to be ads on, YouTube, Google, things like that. So we're looking out for that. We should see that. So yeah, it was a 0.19. Oh, just got some more in there. 7.45. So fantastic. We're already jumping. This is a really great start to the VCA number 16. So really exciting to see that. 7.45. Awesome stuff. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, it hasn't even shown up on the official one yet. That's weird, isn't it? Showing up here first. Last time it showed up on the other one first, and now it's showing up on this one first. So that's a bit weird. Anyway, we're at 0.1937 Bitcoin, or we actually bought 0.22. You can see that in the highlighted number. That's the total amount, but obviously 10% goes back to the bidder and 5% goes to the Axion Foundation. This is the actual amount. 85% of the Ethereum goes to, gets converted into wrapped Bitcoin and goes to the stakers. So we've already got $10,500. Very cool. Prana says, wow, nice VCA action. Yeah, this is actually really cool. So for all of us that like Prana and others here, Alex and stuff like that we watch this daily, that's a really great start. Needed a refresh to see it. John Robinson, need a refresh to see it. That's okay. That's a refresh. Let's refresh with the drink. So yeah, nice start to the VCA. Long way to go, of course. It's 24 hours, so that's pretty long. Hopefully I've recharged my earphones enough, and let's go for gold on that one. Like I said, I've got a 10x margin call on BNB at the moment, so we'll see how that goes. That was just a bit of fun. Um, let's go. So, all right, let's see. We should get some action. Let's see. We should have some notifications here somewhere. Cashed out, cashed out. No, the bids aren't showing up yet. So hopefully the bids will come in. We can actually see, have a little bit more detail. Shrimp has staked 42. Look at that, 43 million just staked by Shrimp. That's his new account, or small account anyway, for 15.2 years. Awesome stuff. Shrimp just staked 3.2 million for 14 days. There's our first bid, a Shrimp bid in. See what I said about Shrimps are coming home, the fishes, the small accounts. Shrimp just bid 3.6 ETH in the VCA. And then another one, Shrimp put in 0.3 ETH, and then another one put in 0.55 1 ETH. So awesome stuff. Go Shrimps. We love the shrimp. So that's triple shrimp there. So yeah, that's great. Oh, look at those bids come in there. Nice. So here's a typical example. Let's have a look at the 3.6 because it's easier to do the maths. But that's $10,000. 10% goes to the bidder. So that is a shrimp. They bid in a Bitcoin, and that 10% is $1,000 worth. So they got back. They put in 3.6. They got 10% back, 0.014 Bitcoin. 85% goes to all the stakers like you and me. So make sure you got Axion and you're staked. And obviously, the longer you stake, the more shares you get by a big country mile, and the more of the rewards pool. Because in Axion, the more shares you have, the more of the rewards you get. It's that simple. So anything you want to know about Axion, the more shares you have, the more rewards you get. And obviously, to get more shares, you need to stake longer. You get all the bonuses for staking longer. That's who gets rewarded, including the Max Share Club gets the most rewards. And as you can see, they're the ones that get the airdrop and eligibility for the big IEO launches and stuff like that. And that's just the beginning, folks. More in the negotiations. So if you watch the AMA, you can see that on this channel and on Punkonomics channel. You can see that there's more of those coming down the line. They're actually building a big ecosystem to make Axion not just a store of value, which is huge, but actually a currency as well. And so they're putting things in place for that. So let's just watch that picture. That picture is going to pretty accelerate over the next few months. So exciting stuff there. So that's how that works. The remaining 5% of the Ethereum, of course, that was put in goes to the will go to the Axion Foundation for marketing to make Axion sustainable. So it's for development and marketing. So really neat. Look at that huge stake there. Wow, that's great, isn't it? So they went from a shrimp to a dolphin. Another dolphin in the making. I love it. Let's go back to the auction. Hopefully I haven't missed out too much there. Yeah, so there we are. 35 minutes in, looking really good. 20,000, almost $21,000. We're liking that a lot. So let's go to the chat there and have a look at some of the comments there. Prana, woohoo to my brethren. Absolutely. Jonathan G. Well, it's great to see videos by other YouTubers coming out. Absolutely, Jonathan G. And like I say, that's all part of a coordinated effort, I'd imagine. So that's part of the digital suite, and we got up to 17, and some of them will be big, even bigger than the ones we just saw, I gather. So watch out for that. Pranam, I swim with the fishies. Absolutely, Pranam. Now we can finally answer people in Discord running when YouTubers. Yeah, so that's always that question. But now we're going to have a big assault. Like I say, we're going to up to $135,000 of marketing, combined marketing, coming up. Certainly, 115,000 from Axion plus the partners. So exciting stuff to see there. All right, so watch out over the next 2 weeks. We have a lot of people obviously looking at Axion and trying to pick up some Axion, so it's going to be fun to watch that. Things are moving and moving ahead. Lots of stuff in store there. So that's where that's at. Once again, if you want to enter the VCA today, hit the link below. If you're watching this after the live stream, you can hit the link below. It will bring you to this page. Hook up your MetaMask wallet with some Ethereum in it. Click Send Max, and you can then put your bid in here. Once you do that, there'll be a transaction to go in there, obviously, on the Ethereum blockchain. You then get a new row saying my bets, and then at the end of the 24-hour, you can then withdraw that. So it's a second transaction, and then you have to minimum stake it for 120 days, but maximum stake it for 5,555 days, and you get all the benefits of share bonuses if you stake for longer. And so that max share, what we call max share, is the 5,555 days stake that gives you over 300% more bonus shares. Plus, there's a special campaign on at the moment where you can get an extra 20% on your base shares as well for staking 5,555 days. So huge rewards, folks. Obviously, if you're just into doing a staking ladder, you can do that as well. Staking ladder just means making investments, a number of investments over a different period of years. You can do that as well. So pretty neat there. Let's have a look here. We'll check out these two videos you linked tomorrow. Good one, Alex. YouTuber Axion Token was doing Axion videos before it was cool. Yeah, that's true, Jake. That's very true, mate. So I like that. That's pretty funny. But yeah, yeah, I would give a certain level of care as well in my video coverage. I try to be as passionate and accurate as possible. Those are two founding principles on this channel. Trying to give accurate information and show my genuine passion for the project. So there we are. All right, so really good start. Liking that a lot. And so that's looking cool. Look, there we are. That's the dolphin. So we had 3 shrimps and a dolphin now. So it's 4 people that have entered the VCA in the first 38 minutes. So that's looking good. We can go to activity there and check that again. I'm going to go through the overall numbers. So that's that 3 ETH there. You can see those there and looking good. This is exactly where we want it to. We want a lot more smaller players going into these auctions because that means that the Axion is spread amongst a large number of people, and that's what you want. You want a better distribution. Now, bigger accounts like sharks and whales and stuff like that play a very key role, but you actually want, especially ones that are buying in now, but you want to get that nice distribution amongst the Axion holders as well. All right, so let's quickly go back to the overview, and I don't want to miss out too much there on the auctions. So we've got 21 minutes to go in the hour. So we pretty much live streamed the first opening hour and the closing hour. So tomorrow's live stream is going to be really long because we're going to be doing the closing hour, well, maybe 45 minutes, and then we're going to do the opening hour for the next Mega VCA as well. So it's going to be a bit of fun watching the auctions this weekend, I'm sure. So let's have a look there. So a couple comments there, Jake. You do, and it shows. I appreciate that, Jake. Prana, the VCAs can be good for big bidders if they wait towards the end of the auction and get close to the final auction price and not have a negative price impact against themselves versus buying Uniswap. Yeah, well, that's mostly capped now, isn't it, with the 90% cap? So very hard for them to lose out unless there's a big change in the price. But you're right, Prana certainly helps. I always suggest that going in the end, but not so much these days because obviously there's plenty of Axion up for grabs today and tomorrow, and so people can probably have a fair amount of comfort there. But if demand gets to the point where these are getting sold out quite easily with first in, first served, then that'd certainly be a case of waiting towards the end of the day into that sniping hour, which we like. All right, let's just jump up to the top numbers, have a look. So we've got 266.7 billion total supply, 42 billion liquid, so that's fallen dramatically. Remember that was up at 44.2, so somebody's gone in and staked there from the looks of it, so that's good to see. So someone's gone back in the stake, some whale has gone in. I could probably check that amongst that. We've got a whale watch up the top here, so could check that, but that's really good to see. That's a huge drop from yesterday. We can all see that. 224.7 billion staked, and so those whales that have been in here that were out have obviously staked, and now the staked is way up, almost at 225 billion. So it's really awesome. We're back up, well up from 83. I think we were about 83.17. We're up at 84.25. Really cool. We all want to get over 90%, and hopefully one day we'll get to a 95. That would be like the ideal. That would put so much pressure. This is what we want to see, the liquidity go down, and maybe let's say 30, 25 billion, we might start to see that really big parabolic rise. We could see it earlier, of course, just depending on the amount of demand that we're seeing in the market as well. But that's what we want to see. We could, without even demand, we could actually see if people really stake this liquidity, then we could see that parabolic rise that we're looking. But we're certainly looking better at holding over that 0004 mark. The chart looks good as we looked at earlier. Crypto rank 643, 23,505 total stakes. That's a very important measure. Average stake length, size, sorry, is 9.24 million. So that's gone up big time. Obviously, with the whales staking, has probably lifted that up. Average stake length, 2,119 days. So it's gone up a little bit too, I think. And the market cap, 37.3 million. So we've got a long way to go. We can really rocket this thing once we get that parabolic rise and liquidity squeeze. And we're obviously the share rate has gone over 1.104, 14, and that did it yesterday, remember? So it's just gone up slightly there by about 0005, I think, is the difference. And yeah, so and we've obviously got the auction there ticking away, and a good start for that one. So have a quick look there. I got a comment there. Prana says, yeah, they have to worry about price fluctuation until the auction closes if they bid earlier. Yeah, it depends on the regular auctions for sure, but on the VCAs they're quite large, so I don't. That should be okay. Um, let's have a quick look at the analytics. So we're going to have a look at the accounts there. Oh, it says one new active user. I'm not really sure about the statistic on this one, actually, to be honest. It just seems to have some weird values. We're at 11,753 on this, but once again, I'm not really. It's got negative 22 for the week, but I don't think that's the case. I'm not sure what's going on with these numbers. Oh, let me zoom back out there. Alex will get me for that zoom. I'm in trouble now. But there we are, 521.5 billion Axion staked shares. So that's the number of shares there. It keeps climbing, obviously. We do mint about 2.6 billion coins a week, but they all have to get staked for a minimum period. And I think 68% has been the average that it gets max shared staked. So watching that. Obviously, big paydays coming up. The first big one's the 29th of October. That's an extra Axion award for stakers. You have to be staked for 350 days at least, crossing over that date to be able to be eligible. Max Share Club, 97.55 billion. Man, I'm so hoping that we get to 100 billion by the 3rd of May because that's what I put in for the competition. So it'd be really cool. More about bragging rights, of course, if I win that. So we've still got a few days in play. We've got these two big VCAs, a lot of staking coming out of that. So I'm looking and feeling confident that we could get to that. It might play out perfectly, actually, the way the mega VCAs are working out. So watch out for that. If I can hit it on the 3rd of May, I'd be very stoked. I'm not sure if anyone else got 3rd of May, and I'm not even sure if you're allowed to at the same date, but we'll see. All right, so 6,752 stakes there, and obviously our wrap Bitcoin is starting to go up now. We've crossed over that 4.1 million in the mark as well, and already look at that, almost 2.9 million cashed out of Bitcoin already by stakers. So Axion's a great place. If you're not staked with some Axion, you want to get wrap Bitcoin and also get some Axion value, then that's a great place to be. Really cool. Uh, yeah, so there we are. All right, so let's have a look here. Alex, John Robinson, 2 large squid accounts staked for a short time. Yeah, let's have a look. Look at that. You get lots of short stakers, obviously. I can't see. Oh, you mean these two? We got that one there, 14 days. Yeah, I mean, you could do 14 days. That's just barely economic, I think. We haven't actually had a look at the Gwei price, but let's have a look at that. I'll go to gas now, and we'll pull it up and check out the gas prices at the moment. So there's the price there, 000422. Let's see if we get a bit of a move on, over the VCA. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Over the VCA, that'd be because obviously got a lot of ETH going into the VCA, but it'd be interesting we get a move on the Uniswap as well. Uh, so so here is we've got 38 fast for the Gwei price, 34, slow 33. So yeah, let's have a look. We've got ETH gas, pull that up. So that's sort of the idea. Not too expensive, $2.28 for a transfer at the moment, so it's not too bad. Sort of see some of the past history there. Look at that week, it's been great, isn't it? So I gather that's to do with the changes that they've made. And look at that green week, that's really great. We don't like the red times where it gets up to 130 Gwei, 100 Gwei. Hopefully that's a thing of the past. Very important that Ethereum got onto this because BSC and other chains was starting to take market share and projects off them. So it was very important that they actually dealt with this, and hopefully we'll all get that sharding up as well. Look at the spikes, but the spikes are up to the 100. Before they were up to 500. We had a couple of spikes get up to 100, and hopefully that's going to be a spike these days, not 500 Gwei, but 100 Gwei. That'd be a spike. And now we've been down. Look at that, 31, 30. So we're really getting some low ones. Are we going to hit the 20 Gwei soon? 30 Gwei, look at that. That was the lowest one. Are we going to get into the 20s Gwei? That'd be really fun to get into that. A lot of people would be able to pull out some more matured stakes. Yeah, John Robinson, just one whale with 2 billion liquid. Yeah, that might be the case. I guess you're looking on the Etherscan. Uh, yeah, so that would be. Oh, actually, I can go to the Axion stats. Go to Axion stats. We can see that on there. And the big payday. Jake says, the big payday Axion payouts. Do they get added to your stake, or are they liquid? No, they get added to your stake. So whatever your maturity, you'll get that. Just like they do in Hex, with the big payday there. Not liquid, you get them at the end of the stake, I think. Alex is correct, so well done on that one. Let's have a look down at the liquids. So yeah, we've got one whale with 2 billion in there. And great whites, we've got one of those. So we had two, I think we had 2 or 3 great whites, and we had 2 whales. So they look like they've gone back into staking there. But we just don't know. I don't know what I've got their accounts, I think, but I don't know how long they've. We'd have to go through and nosy through those. Let's quickly go back to the auction. So yeah, we've got 37 minutes in there into the hour, 7.45 ETH, which is a nice start, and we've got 4 bidders in there, so that's cool. I like the number of bidders as well; it's pretty cool to get that. Jake says thank you both, so no, you're welcome from both of us on Alex's behalf. So yeah, and I speak on behalf of Alex, so yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, let's head to a bit of little whale watch while we're at it. We always like to do a little whale watch, so well, we got 073. Let's have a look at whale watch. So they've 1.7 billion staked. Obviously, they've got I won't go through all their accounts, but that's basically the idea. So they're quite short staked, a lot of them. Actually, let's have a quick look and see whether. I'm pretty sure this one here's got the staking ladder. Yeah, so they've still got their 1.3 billion coming out on the 2nd of May. So that's a couple of days away. So that's that one, and so I've got this is the biggest one that I'm aware of. 3867 is the address. You can see they got 4.2 billion, 4.2 billion staked. And fortunately, they've got a ladder, but it's actually quite not too bad. Now, I think the 2 of these wallets are well-known people. I just don't know which one's which wallet's which. Um, So you look at that average stakes 0.22 years for 4.7 billion. So this is the biggest one on the watch list. Excuse me. So we'll see what this wallet does, but you can see they've got billions staked June, May, July, and August. But they've got one coming out on the 2nd of May as well. So that's out there. So not much change with those two. We do hope that they end up staking, but we'll see what happens. This one he's got 903 million staked, and what have they got there? Uh, they got 617 million coming out on the 1st of May. So we've got quite a bit coming out at the beginning of next month. It's only a couple of days away. And then this one here, this is our big swing trader that we all know. Used to be a whale, now they're down to 25 million. We're happy about that, to be honest. What we want is the price to move up, so this swing trader doesn't get back in without taking on a more price risk, because he just keeps doing it at particular times, which doesn't help us. So yeah, Axion's most wanted, Francis says. Yeah, that's funny. Uh, Most wanted list. Yeah, that's right. So I'm not too. Just I'd rather that they stake or that they just hold it inactive for it to be much better. But yeah, they're on there. This is the one that's always caused us a lot of price issues at particular prices. Um, yeah, but anyway, this one he's got 2 billion liquid. So this is one of the two that accumulated. So if we actually go to the price chart, when we had, let's go back up here. This price here, I think, is when they accumulated here. Yeah, so they accumulated in here these big green candles, and that's this wallet. This wallet's one of the two wallets, and they're well known in the community. I just don't know whose wallet's which is fine. I don't really want to talk about too many people if I do know the names. So that's 2 billion. They got 718 million staked. So that's what's going on there. Never planned to do the whale watch list, but we do it from time to time. So they got staked 500 million stakes. So that's cool. I like that 100 million. I think we can all appreciate that. And yeah, so that's their staked amount. But obviously they got the liquid of 2 billion. So what are they going to do with it? We'll find out. I mean, they just picked a lot of that stuff up as far as I can tell. And we'll see what they do. But they are known in the community. And then we've got 52E4. So they're sitting on 1.284. They got staked, but I think that I'm not sure the period of these ones. 21st, so coming out the 20th of May. So we've got 1.3 billion coming out then as well. They 30th of April, so they've only just staked. So that's where they've gone. That's one of the whales that's disappeared. So that looks like that one. And then 8D9B, that's got 890 million. And let's have a quick look at those ones. We'll go down here. And so that's just staked as well, 30th of April. So these two big accounts, I guess this would have been included in the shark level. That's coming out the 2nd of May. So it's just a couple of days is staking there. So that's where the two big accounts have gone. And finally, let's go to this BF8C. I can't remember what I put this in, so I'm not even sure why this one's in here. So I'm not sure why I put that one in there. Oh yes, that's because it's the trading account. That's why. That's the auction trading account. So I take that one off there. Yeah, we got rid of one because it shouldn't have been on there. So yeah. And Prana says, must be captured and max staked. The board of investors has the bounty. Yeah, that's right. That's true. That's got a lot of truth in that, to be honest. But obviously, as we have more VCAs, we get more Bitcoin coming in. Big accounts like the board of investors, which will be able to absorb some of that pressure as well with their buying. So we'll watch that. Obviously, we don't. Yeah, it depends on what the average cost is of the whale as well. But most of them, I understand it got in really early, so the average cost is cheap as chips. So, but if a whale gets in at a higher cost, then it's more likely to stay on longer. You get a bit of that sort of play as well. Let's close that out. Let's close the gas out, and I don't think we've got any more news on there. So that's it. That's most of the news there. The AMA. So check that out. Let's go back to the auction and. We've finished our whale watch, as it were. It's funny because I got a whale on the icon today, but it's really the whale's about how big the VCA is, not about whales. So 1.86 billion, 281,000 US dollars. We've already got almost 20, 20.7 thousand in there, and yeah, looking good. So we've got a long way to go. I mean, 24 hours is a long period of time. We've got almost 6 minutes left in the hour, so that's what we normally cover. And then obviously we're going to do an extended live stream tomorrow of the close of this auction and also of the opening of the next Mega VCA, because we've got two of them back to back. And what happens is that they get a lot of the Axion rolled in. So this on Friday gets all the stuff that's not sold on previous auctions gets rolled into the following Friday. And of course, tomorrow's one has got 1 billion in it, because today's 500 million went into that one. So that's pretty much how that's worked out. But yeah, almost what's that? A 0.32 Bitcoin has been paid. This wrap Bitcoin has been paid to stakers already. So that's then 0.38 has actually been bought in total with that Ethereum in there, 7.45. So $17,610. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So that's 85% of this amount. This is 85% of that. So that's how it works. And remember that people that withdraw and stake out of this auction after they've bidded have to stake for a minimum of 120 days. So yeah, there we are on that one. So I think we've covered that part. I think the other thing that we have on here is we have mining. So I've got a video on liquidity mining if you want to get into that. I think the APY is about 68% at the moment on that one. Has been originally, when it first started out, it was like 130. So it's down to about 68, 70. Sometimes it gets up to 70 something percent. But yeah, that's still got about 129 days to go, something like that, 128 days to go in the liquidity mining rewards. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. It's also going to be interesting to see whether what others, if they're going to do any second layer solution before an interim between Ethereum getting to 2.0 upgrade. So we'll look out for that. Uh, Jake says, Prana, are you a board of investors? How do you do that? No, I'm a fishy, and Prana, I'm not even close. Yeah, so you have to have I think it's 250 million Axion, I think, to get on the board of investors, approximately. So or 25, yeah, 25%, 250. I think it's about 250 million. And so that's to get on the board of investors pretty much. But there's a lower level as well. I can't remember exactly what it is, but if you were interested in that, Jake, you can talk to Andreas on or Immigrant on. He's actually one of the moderators on this channel. It's just not on here at the moment. But you can talk to him about the board of investors, or Punkynomics, the marketing and strategy and marketing director. You can talk to him. But Andreas, I believe, manages a lot of that stuff on the Discord chat. His Immigrant is his other name that he uses as well. So Andreas. So yeah, you can check that out. But there is two tiers, I believe. One, the big whale is basically 250 million or more in their board of investors. That's not calling them whales as such, but you have to be pretty big. And then I think there's another level. I just can't remember what it is now. It might be 75 million or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, ask Andreas on Discord. He'll be happy to help you on that. Yeah, but they are accepting, they do accept, it's open, so they do accept the new members onto that. So they're also going to do a lot around transparency reporting, obviously after they do actions, which is pretty nice of them, because obviously they don't want to give signals away about what they're actually doing. But they do run a centralized account, so there are certain obligations you have to meet, a certain amount that you can only sell a certain amount over a certain period. I did know all these when I watched their live stream, but I can't remember all the features at the moment. But yeah, I might go and try and memorize that. But they do have minimum selling that you can do, and they also have a centralized account which they do buying from. So it's actually pretty organized. I think they even have a official company set up for it or something like that. So, but you can ask Andreas; he'll give you all the details rather than hearing it from me. Yeah, so pretty cool. All right, so we've got about a minute and a half to go in the hour. We're almost finished the live stream, folks, and we're on 63 minutes. So it'll be about 65 minutes by the time we finish. And we've got a minute and a half to go. We've got 7.45 ETH. Let's just get the calculator out there. The price is 0.0004184 US cents, so just holding up around there. And uh, Uh, the other thing, of course, Jake, is that the board of investors is getting more wealthy every week, obviously picking up more Axion and obviously with Wrap Bitcoin. And that bodes well. If they're committed long-term people, which they pretty much all are, then that actually supports the project longer term. So that's pretty neat. Plus, with these IEOs coming on, you can see the wealth is just going to layer on itself, and Axion's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And with so many committed people in the max stakes and in the board investors, stuff like that, you can see that Axion's just going to grow, 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 grow. Whereas all the pump and dumping crypto projects are going to be very vulnerable in the future. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And obviously Axion's diversifying as well. So these IEO and alt platforms is diversification. There's lots of good stuff happening. You can imagine another 3 months from now with the expansion of the ecosystem that could be really quite robust. And that's what we're looking forward to that too. We're down to the last 10 seconds, folks. So let me just do the math there. 7.45 divided by 255.19. Let's just go 0.2. So we're currently at just under 3% sold out so far, and we're just finished the first hour. We've got 4 bidders in there, and 3 shrimps and 1 dolphin. So really cool to see that. Let's watch this over the next 22 hours, and I'll catch you again after that. Really thank you for watching. Board of investors like our own Richard Hart. Uh, it's part of 2 things. So you've got the board of investors like Richard Hart, but you've also got max shares is kind of like that too, if you think about it. So that's really, really huge. But good observation, Jake. Based on what you just said, yeah, that's right. So we've already got those max share people plus the board of investors together, like the Origin wallet or Richard Hart. Yeah, support the price absolutely. But the ecosystem, and it also gives the time for the ecosystem to get more diverse, and that's what we're seeing now with this launch, with the IEO and with the airdrops. That's just the beginning. There's more of them in negotiations. So it's very exciting for Axion in the future. We've also, one of the important things that we've got that they don't have is that we have also the Axion Foundation gets 5% from the auctions, right? So that's pretty amazing. 10% from the regular auctions, and yeah, and 5% from the VCAs and Wrap Bitcoin. So really cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We've actually got a couple of new people watching, and we just finished the live stream, unfortunately. So welcome everybody that's new. Please subscribe, like, and share. Hit the bell for notifications. I will catch you all you Axionites, tomorrow for an extended live stream for the close of this one and the opening of VCA number 17, which will follow this one. So pretty exciting stuff. Until then, catch you all. Thanks once again, Alex, and thanks for all the comments from Prana, Jake, we're John Robinson. Who else is in there that we've seen there? Jonathan G. And obviously Prana's done a great job there. That's Jake as well. And who we're just going through there. And Nate 317, big shout out to you for the super chat, $25. That was really awesome. It's just a bit of fun as a YouTuber, as I say. So a big thanks to everybody there. And I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. Rich Hitch just got here. Rich, you just got here and we're just finishing. OMG, that's so funny. But good to see you, Rich. And I hope just join us for the live stream tomorrow. It's going to be extended. We're going to watch obviously the close of this one and the opening of VCA 17 for tomorrow. So it's Friday, Saturday, taken up there. It's currently what time's in New Zealand here? 8 o'clock, 8:04 in the evening, 30th of April, end of the month. Just about to start May. Not far, 4 hours away from May. And 1st of May, and then we're into it. So yeah, bye, cheers. All right, catch you guys. Let me just find the end button. There we go. Yes, okay, see you tomorrow. Yeah, look forward to it, Rich. Cheers.